My country of the Netherlands allows euthanizing young people, even teenagers. In fact, even children ages 12 to 15 are allowed to be euthanized, and children ages 16 and 17 are allowed to have themselves euthanized without parental consent. Of all the people in the Netherlands in the past few years, under age 30, who have been euthanized, it turns out, however, according to this magazine for psychiatry, that 74% of them were women. And 75% of the patients killed were autistic. Are you kidding me? Are we seriously euthanizing autistic females now because they have trouble starting life, because they are depressed or traumatized? That's like saying we should euthanize every teenager in a wheelchair. But we don't do that. We don't euthanize teenagers or young people under age 30 when they've lost a leg or a limb. No, then we help them. Then we provide them with care. Why can't we do that for autistic women? Why are we killing them with euthanasia? I can't understand this anymore. The world is just too evil and something needs to stop. But luckily, in the Netherlands, in fact, the majority of psychiatrists who are supposed to approve or even perform the euthanasia refuse to do so for young people. Young people meaning anybody under age 25. The magazine I just showed you, the psychiatry magazine, argues that people under age 25 should no longer be allowed to be euthanized in the Netherlands. Also, in 2024, 14 other psychiatrists wrote a letter to the public prosecutor of the Netherlands after a case of a 17-year-old girl who was euthanized, that her euthanasia should not have happened because she was not considered decision competent. This is another odd thing. The majority of psychiatrists in the Netherlands does not think we should euthanize young people for depression or trauma and so on. But the state does. And that's the weird thing. The state system, the government says that it should be allowed and should happen, and even promotes it. The government, for example, aired a documentary on its national television channels where a case of such a girl being euthanized was presented as something as being desirable, as something dignified even, but did not address the other side of the story, namely that the majority of psychiatrists opposed it. The government then, I think, is involved in something else, because one of the prominent euthanasia doctors in the Netherlands, who performs these euthanasias on teenage girls, autistic girls apparently, is also a public proponent of organ donation after euthanasia.